So group flow is apparently also a thing. This was new for me. So other than you being on the waves, enjoying the flow and being in the activity itself, you can inspire and initiate others to see or to reach similar heights. So just setting the example, follow this, others can follow the lead, so to say. And this is, I'm not sure if this is a research, if this is a quote, but often people just want external inputs to know what they are doing. So just told to be doing what they have to be done. So if you're setting the good example, this would be the perfect example. Flow state, higher being, show your true colors. So how to get into group flow? Again, 10 triggers, a little bit differently though than the ordinary triggers, with some fun insights, and I will share some insights on how this goes at the Coils team currently. So first of all, concentration, of course, but serious concentration, intense focus on the task. We mainly work digitally, so everybody finds their own flow at home, but we are highly productive. The pace is quite high at the moment, so we are catching up. It's like a train that starts moving, so to say. Then secondly, if everybody decides their own pace, you should have shared clear goals. So we are going to deliver this, this, and that for this and this reason. So a common vision with common objectives. In our case, it's education as a common, free lifelong learning for all. And even more narrowed down is this open source growth program with an eventual end goal of awakening titans. So we want to enable a learning infrastructure with community, free learning, even getting paid while you earn, all those things, gamification, storytelling. In other words, how we think education or learning could be, not should be, but could be. So there are many different flavors. This is our flavor, and we're going to offer it to the world. And by incorporating all these different flavors from our teammates into it, we can create something shared, and then we work towards that goal together. So beautiful thing. While working for yourself individually, you are adding value to the entirety of all. It's a beautiful example of synergy where you help each other out and 1 + 1 = 3. Yeah, think about that. Synergy. So good communication is of course vital, especially as like us, we work online. I tend to, for example, I like direct line, like I want honest, direct feedback. So if somebody wants from me, just ask it. If somebody has a remark, just ask. I highly value the opinion of others because I don't know anything. So create an open environment where people can speak, where it's safe to speak up, where opinions are evaluated, and where you can do this together. So everything that's worth doing is not being done alone, so to say. So I highly emphasize on that. Nor the quote is, alone you move fast, together you come far. I had to learn that the hard way in previous iterations. You can't do anything. You can't do everything alone. So equal participation, of course, that's an important part. Everyone contributes equally. You should not have to have the feeling that you are doing everything on your own. We previously had one of the developers who got the feeling like, no, I'm doing all the coding on my own. Nobody's doing shite at the moment. But he didn't know that everybody was doing all these other things in separate channels. So we merged the channels, put it all to one, and now you see everybody working together. Although, for example, somebody working in the background, which is not visible, is very hard for the others to see. So we tend to share these things in this one particular channel. The shared risk, let me check. It should always be present. We can fail in our case. We should fail many times. As you will see, these videos also change. We are currently thinking about doing animations as well. Something that we also, by the way, I just think of this. I should have mentioned this. You probably work in a team. Grade yourself with the pen and paper. How do you score on each of these parts? So how do you score on the concentration? Are you all concentrated? Do you all have a shared goal? Is it crystal clear for everybody? Is the communication good? Do you have an equal participation, or is it hierarchical? Is it how do you work? Do you all have this shared sense of risk? Can everybody fail? Are you pushing yourself hard enough? And is the familiarity good enough? To be honest, this is due to the online environment. This is where I feel we're cutting it short. I'm really looking forward to getting to know everybody better and better, but this is hard in an environment where we work online. And also in the past, we work with a lot of rising talents, so to say. So after they worked at the DAO, in our case at the Coins World, they spread their wings and do their own thing. It's sort of the entire idea of awakening Titans, awaken them and enable them to do their thing, so to say. Blending egos. So yeah, that's the thing. Of course, everybody, and we've had our share bruises in the past where people didn't match or there were some raised voices. This is very dangerous in an online realm because interpretation is even more empowered, so to say. So because you can't see mimics, you can't hear intonation, you can't see expressions, you don't feel the energy, you're interpreting on your own moment. Also, you are often communicating by the end of the evening when you're tired or in a rush. You're just like online communication is totally different. Also, because you're not present, you might feel more pushed or inclined to speak your voice while not thinking it clearly or not perhaps taking into account all of the possibilities or all of the other perspectives. So this disconnects sometimes. I have to say this hasn't happened for a long time ago. So in general, this goes as it goes. But yeah, I think we also tend to attract similar energies at the moment right now. So we have a crystal clear vision of what we are going to do. For now, this is setting up this course, then getting it integrated as official credits. Not sure if it already is by the time you see this video. Then offer it with other credits for non-students. Then we're going to improve the quality of the videos, write a script, etc. I'm not going to give you the entire planning, but the step-by-step approach is simple. In the end, we're working towards sort of a game, like an app on your phone, where you can play the growth game like Edumo or like like Duolingo, and backed by a community, also digitally, and then physically backed by physical places all around the world. So definitely have physical social connections as well, because otherwise we could just plug it into the matrix and be done with it. Listening is key. I'm skipping sense of control just for the sheer fun of it, and you can read on your own. Listening is key. I do want to emphasize on the fact that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should at least listen twice as much as you speak. I will repeat myself over and over again, but be fully aware in the conversation. Just try next time you have a conversation to see the magnificent being outside the other layer. Because you see the outside of the world, but most of it happens inside. Just as with you, you live on your inside, you're not very much aware of your outside. The same concept applies by somebody else. So interpreted emotions, see body languages, hear intonations, and try to refrain from judging. It's so hard. This is one of the hardest things, but it's so valuable. Also be vulnerable. Also explain it if you might feel anger or aroused, or if you might jump to early conclusions, or just state like, okay, I might be jumping too early to conclusions, but you say this and I interpreted it as this. And of course, keep it natural, keep it authentic. Don't make it sound weird as old Stasi interview. You will find your balance in this. This is very hard. I have not mastered this skill, but this is one of the reasons why I do this growth course, because the teacher learns the most. So I have to be able to understand this stuff. And then finally, and this was a new one for me, always says yes. So to keep the flow going. Also, when you give feedback, for example, if you review each other's work, don't instantly do that, but take certain moments so somebody can be in their flow, just observe the outcome, and then later when they are done riding the waves, so to say, you can discuss like, hey, I saw you make a left turn there, but perhaps you can also go straight on, because then you can catch the wave longer, or you can go to a right, or hey, you use that color, shouldn't you use this color? Or perhaps, I don't know, whatever feedback you have for your group. So say yes, and this does not only go in groups for work, of course this also goes for group in your social environment. So if you want to stimulate people, perhaps don't Stop them, but let them flow.